can take the man out of Malaysia, but you can't take Malaysia out of the boy.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
I think it sounds interesting.
Yeah. Imagine if you move out of the country and then you come back for a visit and you're just enveloped again in our food, especially the culture, and you wonder, oh, I've missed this. Well, today we have an interesting and fun guest, our own Malaysian musician, Sherman Tan, who traded the tropics for the Baltics. He is based in Lithuania now as a Malaysian rock star representing our country in a very cold land. Welcome, Sherman.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
It's good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Before we get into the conversation, check out the Star online for latest updates on our traffic reports. You know, since we are in the midst of the Chinese New Year season, any reports, check out the Star and staronline.com.my. Well, Sherman, you are back in the country for Chinese New Year.
Yeah, basically, it's been 1.5 years since I've been back. So, yeah, this is the time I'm back. And it happens to be Chinese New Year.
Yeah, we are so happy to have you here. You are a veteran in the music industry for over 3 decades, right?
Veteran is when you stop playing. I'm still playing.
Senior musician.
Senior musician. Sounds old. It's okay, I'll take it.
Okay. 3 decades of
Yeah.
playing music in the local circuit. I
Yeah.
remember going to watch you perform,
Yeah.
and this was like over 10 years ago. You are now based in Vilnius, Lithuania.
Lithuania, yeah. Yeah.
To people who might not know where that is in Eastern Europe, in the Baltics.
Yeah.
And Sherman has been there for how long?
I think now will be 7 years, I guess. Yeah.
Wow, time sure flies.
Yeah.
But Sherman has spent years dominating the music circuit in Southeast Asia, from winning hard rock competitions to performing in the Maldives.
Yeah.
What
Well,
what happened to lead you to be based in Lithuania?
I should say love, but it's not. But yeah, I married a Lithuanian when I was a few years back, and then yeah, I did the shift. You know, I decided to just jump the boat and get there because it was an interesting, new place, new people. Then unfortunately we split up, but I remained there because it's a beautiful country. You know, Vilnius is good, and I decided to open a bar, a blues bar.
Oh, wonderful.
Called Blues Seals, and it's been open now for 2.5 years. So bars who last more than 2 years is not bad actually.
That is not bad, yeah.
I'm quite proud of it.
After the pandemic, some more.
Huh?
After the pandemic, some more.
Yeah. I mean, it was 1 year after that, then I probably opened it. Yeah, but it's great now.
Well, let's get into it. Before the festivals and TV spotlights, you were an intern in hotel catering management.
Oh my God. Yeah. You know, I've always had the hotel thing because I was studied in Stanford, but I was still playing music while I was in college. I mean, just fiddling around, and it's always been entertainment for me. And then I graduated. When I actually went to, whether I can say it, but it's a 5-star resort in Langkawi for training. And the GM there told me, say, I heard you singing, you can sing, so why don't you do a happy hour thing? And that started it, so I was singing happy hours wearing a Hawaiian shirt and white pants.
How old were you then? How young were you then?
20, yeah. So from there, the next resort hired me, and it was, I wouldn't say uphill, but some hill I was climbing. But yeah, I was playing music and singing then, and I decided to, not pursue so much in the hotel line. But yeah.
And the
that
rest
was
is
me.
history, and
Yes,
here you
it's
are.
history.
So looking back at that Hawaiian shirt version of yourself biking to work,
Yeah.
did you feel the shift in your DNA, the shift in your being as, Sherman Tan, the moment those first tips hit the jar? Was it just a way to avoid the kitchen?
I would say that it was fun, of course. You could be not so serious because I'm always not serious, and I always like to, how you say, kang ho and just do anything I feel like doing.
Wing it?
Yeah, just wing it, and you don't have responsibilities at that time when you're young. So it was like, just do what you feel like doing at this point, and it feels good. You pay some money.
Yeah.
And I've always been that way. I never, if you put me anywhere, I would do something. But yeah, but I still love the hospitality side of it, where it's dealing with people management, and how you speak to people. I believe in that a lot. So I've always been inclined back to the hospitality side,
Yeah.
but still performing because it's still the same. It's just the difference of music and service.
Different way of serving
yeah, it's a
the
different-
public.
yeah.
Yes.
But I've always been back there because I was running some bars here and stuff like that too. So yeah.
You've had a long, illustrious journey, I might say.
Illustrious is the word.
Illustrious.
What you see is what you
So-
see.
So, has it ever occurred to you at any point in time where you might go back and say, maybe, how different my life would have been if I had stayed in the hospitality line? Like, have you ever has that thought ever occurred to you?
Well, to be honest, I'm still in the hospitality line
Mm-hmm.
because
You
only
still
difference,
entertain the people,
it's
yeah.
only difference is okay. Besides, it's my own bar. It's hospitality, and even as a musician, you practice hospitality.
Yeah.
You can't be and say, "Hey, I'm the great singer. Please look at me." It doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're a star, I think the most important thing in life is to always know there's somebody better than you.
Know your
And-
roots.
Yeah, and to be humble.
Jangan lupa
Yeah.
daratan.
Jangan lupa daratan.
That's right. So, your background, Sherman, is very interesting. You're obviously Malaysian. You have a Chinese father and a Eurasian
Yeah.
mom, and you've spoken about how your appearance often defies people's expectations of your heritage.
Yeah, because I don't look like Chinese. I look like, I'm mixed, and to fit in a crowd is, you always stand out, besides the weight, but yeah, but you always stand out. I believe I always stand out, and I always think differently. I always think outside the box for everything, and sometimes it becomes a curse, basically. Sometimes, because
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah.
you keep reanalyzing people and say, hey, maybe I don't belong here.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be this. Maybe I should be that. But I think I've come full circle to really realize this, that I think in life you got to have an identity to who you are, especially as a musician.
And a sense of belonging,
Yeah,
I
in
would
sense
say.
of belonging, But like you said, I go anywhere you put me there, I would do something, and I will make myself belong there,
Mhm.
whether it's Malaysia, whether it's any other country, because it's people. It's people business, You sing to people, they take a piece back. After you sing a song, they go back home. It helps them or whatever, I think that's my business, basically,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in a business that loves to put artists in boxes,
Mhm.
right? Not only music,
Yeah.
even in
Yeah,
just
true.
show business, right?
Yes.
How much of your drive to master the blues, a genre rooted in universal identity, comes from that lifelong experience of navigating these different worlds?
Well, I think that I don't only sing blues, but you got to have a genre that can relate to your voice, and I'm always belching and, getting down to that little feels and soul you can have in your heart when you sing. And for those who have heard me singing.
Yes,
So,
your falsetto is
yeah,
well known.
and I'm always, if you can't do it from the heart, don't do it. If you don't feel it, don't sing it. I believe in that. And because I will never go up on stage and play and say I want to earn this much money and this much you must pay me. But it's not about that. It is, if you don't put your heart in it, anything you do, it's not going to come out right. And there are people who do that, and I feel sorry for them. Because it's different. But yeah, I'm different. Maybe then again I'm different. See,
Yeah.
you see what I mean? So I know friends that some, hey, we have to survive in this
Yeah.
country. We have to do this. We have to do that. I made a choice that I don't need to succumb to this. That's why I work. I've done a lot of businesses. I got event companies here. I had an event company here. So I do that to survive. But when it puts me on stage, if I were to say that, hey, I want to be a singer, I need to earn this much, and to fight for that, you sometimes lose your path
Yeah.
because you have to do it for something else, for money. But if you do it from your heart, then it makes sense. So I've come full circle from there.
Yeah.
Know.
Can you imagine that transition from a country like ours, hot, and to sub-zero minus 16?
It's
Can you
minus
imagine?
16 right now.
Yeah. Can you imagine, Farid, if you found yourself in Sherman's
Yeah,
situation?
I imagine it would be quite the transition. I mean, apart from the weather, there's also the
Culture.
social
Culture.
aspect, social
Yeah.
and cultural aspects of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I were you, I mean, I wonder, like, having performed in Malaysia,
Yeah.
how did moving to another country possibly, probably change the way you
Yeah, tell
approach
us
your
about the
performances?
transition, especially in your mental health. You
Well,
married
I had
a
a
woman.
Lithuanian wife, so
Yeah.
the mental health was quite stable. No. Anyway, no, I mean, yes, the culture is different because Lithuania was one of the Soviet Union countries, and they were basically bullied, we don't want to get political about it, but yeah, it's a fact that their culture has has suppression. So now they are independent and stuff like that. So they're very proud of their country. So most of the people there, if you go there as a foreigner, you're not going to have the same hospitality you're going to have here.
True.
It's going to be different. I believe that because for them, they went through suppression and they think, why are you here in my country? So for me, it was easy. But if everybody to work 9 to 5 in Lithuania, we'll have a tough time.
Yeah.
But for me, it was easy. I just had to learn a couple of Lithuanian songs, and they were like, "Oh, you're learning our language. I'm proud of you." So I sort of
You have to acclimatize
Yeah.
yourself.
and it was fun, because I went for the first time I arrived there, before I even moved there, I went for a visit. I actually went for a competition first. It was called the Final Four, and I actually went to the finals. And of course I didn't win because it's public votes. And I'm not very, not say I'm not very sociable. I'm sociable personally, but not sociable in social media so much. So at that time, of course, it's Lithuania. I have social media here in Malaysia. So it's not that I didn't win or anything, but it's not about that. For me, it's exposure. I believe that do whatever you can. So that was the first one, and then made a bit of vibes, but then I went off back to Malaysia, and then finally I decided to shift there, and then I went for some other competition, and yeah, You know.
Yeah, that's right. I remember writing about this in 2023. We ran a story on that surreal moment when you made it to the finals of Lithuania's Got Talent.
Yeah.
But you made it to the finals, right? And I remember the sound of the golden buzzer. And,
Yeah.
we were all so proud of you.
Yeah.
The golden buzzer by the 3 judges led you to the super final of the talent show, making you the first Malaysian to do so.
First ever. First ever.
Wonderful. I remember that day, yeah. And I called you and asked you to do the interview.
Yeah.
But tell us, from you going to Lithuania,
Yeah.
learning the language, learning the culture,
Yeah.
how easy or difficult was that?
It was difficult, of course, because we are so used to, Malaysia is very simple. Food, teh tarik, duduk lepak, chill, speak,
But there you're literally chilling
literally,
the
you are
snow.
chilling in the snow. No, it's not that bad, but Lithuania is a beautiful country. You got to give it to them. They are so, one thing they have is great is they are very for their country. They take care of their country.
Nationalistic, would you say?
I mean, not so
Patriotic?
innocent, but patriotic, yeah, for sure. And because, after suppression and they fought their independence, so they are very for their country, and it's a very clean country. They take care of their surroundings. It's awesome. But then again, they also have, they are a bit reserved people, because they are still generation from the past, and they are very, I would say skeptical, or they're very, not sure of new people. But I made a little name of myself there, that people know me directly, and I feed them the hospitality of Malaysia through my bar.
Yeah.
And they love the bar. Why? Because most other places are not like that. Because I come in, when you walk into the bar, even when I'm singing the mic, I'll say, hi, bro. For me, it's like a house, and that's where it's gold, that's where it's golden, because people love to come there, sit there, and just hang out, and go back home safe. And, if we have people causing problems, I chase them out of the bar, because we don't need that vibe. It's a vibe that we keep in this bar that is great, and it's a blues vibe. We play all kinds of music there. Other bands play too. And I got a little group of musicians, quite great musicians of Lithuania, and we play together, Yeah.
Mr. Sherman, I'm sure when you were still performing in Malaysia, you had your preferred genre of music or
Yeah.
something like that. When you moved to Lithuania, did you find yourself like having to, I don't know, maybe change? Yeah. Or were they, open to your genre of
You
music?
see,
Like, how does that work?
If you really heard me here, I really play every kind of music. I was in a country and western band. I was in a rock band. I
Yes,
was
you
in
did.
A commercial band.
You dipped your feet in
Every
a lot of
side maybe
genres.
maybe not so in the classical jazz point of view, but I did everything, because and from oldies. But of course I love the more retro stuff. I don't go up and play some new rap song or something. But in the days of, my God, it's going to sound weird, Uncle Chili's, right? Yeah, PJ Hilton, when we were playing there, the most song we would go for is like No Diggity, that.
Yeah.
That's it. After that was
The
we're not gonna
90s
touch-
hip hop.
yeah, hip hop 90s, and then after that it was different.
You were way too young for it.
Yeah.
I was just born.
Yeah.
So after Lithuania's Got Talent,
Yeah.
you entered The Voice.
Yeah, that was actually last year. Yeah.
And I mean, this is really amazing, Sherman. You didn't even speak the language, by that time you picked up some, right?
Yeah.
So you picked up your guitar and really you built the bridge. How did surviving the pandemic in Vilnius to
Oh,
enduring
okay.
a deep personal
see-
loss of your son
Yeah.
and a romantic relationship propel you to stay and eventually acquire a bar called Lucille Blues Bar on your t-shirt in a country that to us would seem small and I would say cold, and I'm not only meaning
Yeah,
the
yeah.
temperature.
It was that actually.
Yeah.
It was cold and well, I mean, I met this person and I don't want to go deep into the personal thing, but I I jumped the gun, because my son's been sick for since he was birth, and 8 years old he passed away. So it was either because I didn't want him to suffer anymore. He was a terminal illness. So it happened, and then I decided. I told my mom. I said, "Mom, I need to get away, because I stopped a lot of things which I wanted to pursue as a musician,
Yeah.
just to make things work and survive. So I decided. I said, "Hey, I'm going to get out of here." So I sold everything, just went to Lithuania, tried to build something else. Yeah, that was the plan.
That's quite a journey.
Yeah.
Lucille, tell us
Lucille.
about Lucille. Is Lucille named after B.B. King's
Yes,
Gibson?
B.B. King's guitar. I always wanted to open one, and I always had the idea of how it would look, but it doesn't look the same way as I thought it would be. But because I acquired this little space in the old town of Vilnius, and yeah, I just build it around the blues. Because I think a bar needs to have a vibe, and that vibe is a blues vibe. It's not that every day is going to play blues, but we don't play any other kind of music. It's going to be, of course, like classic rock, a little around that genre. And it's not that all the bands that come there play blues, but mostly they do. And I think every town needs a blues bar.
Really
Yes. Every town needs a blues bar.
interesting. Because, Farid, just to clue you in, Sherman has been in the music industry for a long time, and you're part of the Malaysian pub circuit, right? Like I said, I've been to see you over the last 10 years in your performance at the outlets, and you guys, right? You musicians, I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, when you play your guitar, you speak your language through your strings. The way you play, it's an identity. Like if you are outside and you're walking into an outlet with a musician playing, when you hear the way the musician plays the guitar, you know which musician it is. If you listen to them often enough, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also of course the voice, yeah, but yeah, I mean everybody has an identity. Not everybody, but most people have, because I mean it's hard. Some people say that okay, maybe I can be a musician, and to stand people, but some people come up and just press play and sing like a karaoke. I don't think that's a musician. I think there are singers that do that and say okay, because the bars don't pay that much, because we have to make it smaller, so we do a sequence. I used to do, yes, sequencing too, but most sequencing was done on my own and stuff like that. I think if you do that, you can, but to move to the next step is difficult.
Especially when you've experienced loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so for me it's like you need to to just kang ho it. Because you only live once, guys.
That's
you know.
right. You mentioned that you wrote the song "Child" in just 15 minutes. Is that true?
No, I wrote not Child, but I wrote Smile Again.
This is
That was for my son.
in memory
Yeah.
of your son, Ethan.
Yeah, I
Correct,
wrote
yeah.
it when he was alive, but 2016. I wrote it when he was alive because it was just me transferring my thoughts in paper, in a song. You know, it's like, I wish I can see him smile again and take away his pain. You know, that's the lyrics of the song. Yeah.
Mr. Sherman, I'm sorry to hear about your late
Yeah.
son, but I do have one question. You've been to a number of competitions in
Yeah.
Lithuania, reality TV competitions. These were big competitions, not just any neighborhood competitions.
Yeah.
But why? I mean, like, why not competitions in Malaysia? Why haven't you tried the competitions yet?
Okay. Okay. Wait. Let's put it basically here. We Malaysians, I mean, how do I say it? It's not that they don't support each other that much, but we don't support each other that much.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'll say it.
Okay,
You know?
okay.
I mean, I'm leaving, so anyway, no haters out there. So, but there is a path that is that's not. It's either trending or not trending, or you know, it's you're a bar musician, and the people here have a different idea of bar musicians.
That's right.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry to say this, but it's so demoralizing sometimes.
Mhm.
You know, I come back here like once a year now. You know, I come back here, everybody welcomes me, yes, you know, because they want to hear me sing again. They say, hey, come and play my bar, come and play my bar. But the moment I go up there and this guy comes and says, hey, why don't you play my song and stuff like that, this is still happening.
Yeah.
It's sad. The music culture is sad. Why? Because people are spoiled here. They get anything they want when they,
Musicians
to a
are.
bar, you
Would you
know?
say musicians are like jukeboxes?
Yeah,
Play
they
my
say,
song.
"Hey, play my song, do this, do that." It's not that. You got here to hear me, you know, express a song or do a song or version I do.
Let my creative expression shine
Yes.
through is what you're saying.
Yes, and nobody recognizes it. When you go in national TV, I see what's happening on national TV. Sorry, I have to say it. But I think it should be better. Nobody gives the openness to let it shine. Everybody storms, hey, no, this is not good. No, no. That's why I do my thing in Lithuania. I can do anything in my bar, you know. And I've been for festivals, and they appreciate culture, they appreciate the arts. They are very classical people. They do a lot of stuff. I mean, here too, you know, we have so much talented people. Why aren't they out there?
Yeah, that is a good question. You've spoken about procrastination and how you've admitted to actually using the right time to express your level of pain or joy. Is that true? Or do meaningful songs require a kind of urgency? What do you think?
Like I said, I always do things very abruptly and not well planned all the time. You know, to do something for me, I procrastinate a lot. You know, I think people do.
We all do.
Especially now when it's so fast. You know, everything is so fast. And say, how am I going to get into that boat? How am I going to jump there and say, hey, let's do this? It's not going to work that way. You know, I feel that if you want to do something and it's the time, just do it. That's how I feel, you know. And whether it works or not, it doesn't matter. Just put your heart in it and say, hey, let's do it. You know, if it doesn't work, doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know,
And
don't waste it.
Yeah, and that's in all forms of artistry.
Yeah.
All forms, not
It's
only
true.
singing. Yeah. Well, Lithuania isn't exactly known as the hub for Mississippi blues, though. But you mentioned that while the locals can be reserved,
Yeah.
the youth who walk into Lucille's look for an emotional outlet. So, what have you learned about the Lithuanian soul by watching a kid from Vilnius, the capital, react to a genre born in the American South?
Well, they have their original kind of pagan music that goes on. They are very, the Lithuanians are very classical. That means they learn theory in their schools. They go for music lessons. And they they really want to be a singer. Most of them, they really feel that I can do this, but they're not given the exposure for it. And they're pretty good musicians, classical ones. And they come to, I've been playing, and then there's a violinist or there was the one viola. Okay, he comes, walks in my bar, and just looks at me and takes out his violin and says, "Bro, come join me." So next thing you know, he's coming once, twice a week, and he plays for the orchestra. You know, so these guys, these great musicians playing classical, they want to come out too, but they don't have an avenue. And most of the people in Lithuania are very judgy about themselves. Same like in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Same like in Malaysia. If you have an American guy say, "Oh, that guy's great, yeah, yeah," but when you put a Malaysian who does the same thing, better probably than the American guy, nobody gives a damn. So it's weird. This thing I hate the
Yeah.
most, because close your eyes, man. Listen to the guys sing, and we have the talent here. We really have the talent here. But everybody say, oh, maybe we don't shout so loud, just survive the calm, and yeah, buy a house, have a family, it's okay, But what's it all about,
Yeah.
actually?
I don't mean
Yeah.
to put you on the spot, Sherman, but
Yeah.
we want to hear you say a phrase in the language. Or something you would sing to the audience.
Okay. Keepzakken, labas vakars.
Okay, that sounds vulgar.
I
No,
don't
it's
know
not.
What does it mean?
Keepzakken, how are you? Good evening.
Could you say that
Oh.
again?
Keepzakken, labas vakars.
Interesting.
Okay. Something new every day.
Yeah.
Probably is a bad word. No, it's not. It's not.
If it is, then one of our listeners might probably point it out in the comment section.
I'm sure.
You're
I'm
lying
sure they
to
will.
us.
Yeah. Have you thought of probably composing music in Lithuanian?
I have, actually.
You have. Cool.
It's funny you used to say this, but in YouTube, Kauri Hamku,
The Manbai song.
yeah. So I spoke to Mambai about this. I said,
Okay.
I want to do this song in Lithuania. Of course, Mambai it's not the original artist. But he says, kau buat je lah, bro. So, I did a song with a Lithuanian lady. It's in YouTube, so go check it out. And she has a verse of that song in Lithuanian.
Okay. How do you say it? Called Ilhamku in Lithuanian.
We don't have it. We don't have it. I don't know how to do I don't know how to do it because
You're my inspiration.
yeah, of course you're my inspiration, but I can't do. I'm not that deep. Trust me.
We
have to Google it.
We will look forward to that. Okay.
Yeah.
So at this stage, what is a successful night for Shamantan in Lucille Blues Bar? Well, tell us what is Lucille Blues Bar? How big is it? Is it a bar and
it's
restaurant?
small.
It's small.
It's very small, and but we have the terrace, but we can't use it right now. So it fits about 40 to 50 people. seating.
Nice and intimate.
It's very right in your face.
Yeah.
So the music also is blaring right in your face. You know, I believe that a musician should be heard and felt. So it's not for everybody. Some people come in if they want to have a conversation. That's not the bar.
Yeah.
And the music is there. It's got to be in your face. The sound is. I mean, it's not blaringly loud, but it can get blaringly loud because it's all about vibe and feel, you know. And everybody is right around. They're just feeling the groove, you know. That's what. And we have a lot of foreigners that live in Lithuania, and they come, you know. So quite a good set of community coming in and out. And one thing about if you enter Lithuania and you just type blues bar,
Lucille will pop
comes
up.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully one day we get to visit you
Yeah.
in
must
Vilnius.
And we will have a Malaysian restaurant soon.
Really? You're gonna
Yeah.
open a Malaysian
Yeah,
restaurant?
We're going to do that. We're going to sell satay and curry puffs and
Well, the
kuih mee.
well, the song Kau Ilhamku plays in the background,
Yeah.
ideally.
Oh yeah, why not?
Yeah, yeah.
But in the Lithuania version, maybe you can alternate it.
Yeah. I mean, speaking about Malaysian food, I would surely miss a lot of it.
Yeah,
What's
explains
one,
my 10 kilo up in 2 weeks.
Okay.
especially when you're back for
Yeah,
Chinese New
man,
Year,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the one particular Malaysian dish that you crave when you are in Lithuania?
I can't say this right.
Why?
Okay, I'm a meat eater,
Okay.
Okay.
and of course it's, you know, so
The famous dish from Klang?
no, not really. Actually, what I really miss the most is roasted duck. Actually, the Chinese roasted duck and the roasted meats. You know, okay, I
okay.
won't say it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You know what you're craving for.
Yeah,
But I'm sure you
but I do cook there, so I cook every day,
really.
and I have a little Sunday lunch thing, for my friends
Oh,
in
nice.
the bar. So, but you know, can you imagine with so little ingredients that we have, I will cook a curry, and it's gone in 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
I can
A
imagine the
big pot.
comforting curry
They
in that
come, they
cold
eat.
weather.
And they like the spice. Some of them do, but we can't make like the spice we have.
Yeah.
But it's going. They love it. It's just gone.
Any updates on what you will name your Malaysian restaurant?
Oh,
Secret.
it's
Work in progress.
I won't say it yet. Wait.
Okay.
You will get it.
Can't
Keeping
wait
us
to
on
hear.
our toes. Keeping us on our toes.
Yes,
Yeah.
can't wait to hear about it, Sherman. Thank you for being here with us.
You're most welcome. Thanks for
Today.
having me, guys. Thank
And we wish you a happy Chinese New Year.
you. Yes, thank you.
And hope to visit you in Lithuania.
Yes, yes. I would
Sure,
love
you
to
guys.
see
Yeah.
you perform
Yeah.
and
Probably
go to
not
this place
in
myself. Yeah.
sub-zero weather though. We'll
Come
See.
June, come May, June, July, August is fine. Yeah.
Wonderful. Life in the City podcast can be viewed on our YouTube channel at The Star Online and www.thestar.com.my/metro. Thank you, Sherman.
Thank you so much.